This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thunderstorms and severe weather moved into southern Wisconsin this afternoon. Here is a time lapse of the storms as they were moving into Madison from our sky cam downtown. The brunt of it really was in the southwestern part of the state, though, and we have team coverage of the storms. Meteorologist Dana Fulton has been tracking them throughout the afternoon, and Gabriella Becerra, who is in Platteville, where there are several trees down blocking roads. So let's start with Dana, who has the latest in our first warn forecasts.
Right now, we do still have rain and strong thunderstorms to areas east of Dane County. The southeast corner of the state still seeing a lot of the strong thunderstorms passing through. As we take a little look south, though, that bow really swinging into Indiana right now. A lot of warnings in effect. Severe thunderstorm warnings stretching through Illinois, Indiana, and up into Michigan. We do not have any warnings for us in effect right now, but the rain's still coming down again for the southeast portion of the state. A lot of severe weather reports, most of them wind damage. Near Darlington, we did have reports of trees down, power lines down, and of course, a blown transmitter near Alice Street in Galena. Wind reports near Platteville, close to 60 miles per hour. Heavy rain also, some of the rainfall totals along the south edge of the state, close to the Illinois state line, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches for our rainfall coming through. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 7 o'clock for the southeast side of the state. That watch has been canceled for Dane County and areas west. So as the storms pass through, they've been canceling that watch. A flood advisory also in effect for areas around Janesville and the eastern edge of Rock County as the rain continues to move through. Again, a live look right now, very cloudy outside. Thankfully, we don't have weather like this in the forecast for the next few days. We're going to move into a little bit of a quieter and less humid pattern, but we'll look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Well, Dana, thank you. And this was in Grant County. Heavy rain hitting areas there this afternoon. Wind gusts of 60+ miles per hour were recorded in Platteville. Radar estimates that about 1.4 inches of rain fell in that area. Many areas already hit by the storm are evaluating, starting to clean up some of the damage. Our Gabriella Becerra is live now in Platteville, where residents say they got hit hard. Gabby?
Yeah, Eric, the rain has stopped, but crews are already out starting to clean up some of the damage. If you look this way, you could see trees laying on top of the power lines. The sidewalk is blocked. This tree is completely blocking their front yard, and traffic has been reduced down to 1 lane to try and drive around it. Now, this is one of the worst we've seen here in Platteville, but most streets saw some sort of damage. And we spoke to one man who says many trees blocked his street, and he's surprised it wasn't worse.
Fortunately, power remained on for most people. We've checked our neighbors. Everyone's okay, and the city's got out here really quick and is doing an excellent job of taking care of the damage and cleaning things up.
The damage extends outside of Platteville at exit 21 on the 151. There was a semi that had fallen and blocked the left lane. Now, again, crews are already out here trying to clear some of this, but it looks like it's going to take a while to get this cleaned up.
All right, Gabriella Becerra there live in Platteville. And also in Platteville, viewers Heather and Addie McNeil sent us photos. This is a familiar sight from her live shot just now. Photos of trees uprooted and toppled across the city, including on Chestnut Street and Smith Park. There were also several trees down around Platteville High School. And other areas of Grant County experienced storm damage as well. This is in Lancaster. Shonda Krapp says she saw the roof of her shed go flying by, so she went down to the shelter and saw it was completely flattened. There is also some crop damage there due to the wind and heavy rain. And in Rock County, we are seeing some reports of heavy rain. You can see the flooding here on North Pontiac Drive in Janesville. Fortunately, now the rain has let up and the road is starting to clear. Now, stay weather aware with our First Warn weather app. Features up-to-date forecast radar and your 10-day forecast as well, and you can download it for free in your phone's app store. The future of college fall sports remains unknown, but rumors are that the Big Ten will announce it is canceling fall sports soon, and that means football. We have team coverage of this decision with sports director Zach Hanley. Amanda Quintana has more on what doctors are saying about this decision, but first, let's get to the nuts and bolts of this story with Zach.
Well, Eric, the Big Ten hasn't officially announced any decision. It's starting to feel like the writing is on the wall. Sports radio host Dan Patrick reported that the conference has voted to cancel its football season by a 12-2 margin, with Iowa and Nebraska as the only schools voting to play. Now, Wisconsin football was business as usual today. A UW spokesman confirmed to me that the Badgers did open up their fall camp and were out on the field practicing. Nebraska and Purdue also practiced today, while Iowa canceled their practice. Some big-time coaches and players in the Big Ten have spoken out advocating to play this season, An announcement from the conference is expected to come tomorrow, but it could come as soon as tonight.
All right, Zach, thank you. And while fans are, of course, disappointed, many public health officials understand why the decision had to be made. Amanda Quintana spoke to UW Health about what doctors think about this. Amanda?
Yeah, Dr. Jeff Potthoff says what the Big Ten is doing is prioritizing health and safety. He says despite conference officials working hard to try to figure out a way to play safely, there are just too many barriers that would threaten the health of students, coaches, and our community. He says keeping team sports free of COVID-19 is one of the most difficult challenges.
You know, you can't effectively play the game with a mask on. You're not going to be able to breathe. You're not going to be able to distance because if you spread your offensive line out 6 feet, your quarterback's not going to have such a great game. It just becomes impractical to think that you can do that. So when you can't do those things, you really have to get ahead of it.
To get ahead of it, that would mean frequent testing, which he says is possible, but it would also mean creating a bubble like the NBA did, and that's just not doable with athletes who are also students going to classes and out with friends and home with roommates. Potthoff says the college age range has seen a big uptick in cases, and you just cannot isolate the Badgers like you would need to ensure that no one brings the virus to campus.
Amanda, thank you. Wisconsin hit 2 grim milestones over the weekend as the state surpassed a lifetime total of 60,000 confirmed cases and 1,000 deaths. State and county health officials say there were 597 new cases today. That's a slight decrease from Sunday's 613. Wisconsin has reached 61,175 confirmed cases, with about 15.4% of those remaining active. While over 9,000 people still have the virus, the percentage has dropped in recent weeks. Another death due to COVID-19 was confirmed today, bringing the state's death toll to 1,004. The positive percentage of new COVID-19 tests has dropped by more than 2 percentage points, according to State Department of Health Services today. Out of the 8,167 people tested, 6.2% of results came back positive. DHS officials say the 7-day average is roughly 6%. The U.S. has now recorded more than 5 million cases, 1/4 of all of the confirmed cases worldwide. Experts and officials are worried about new outbreaks around the country, and that includes the annual motorcycle rally in Sturgis, South Dakota, that traditionally draws hundreds of thousands of spectators. It started on Friday, and it'll run through this coming Sunday. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi asking the community to remain cautious, as he says the pandemic is far from over. Parisi concerned that people think the coronavirus is winding down when scientists predict that the Midwest could actually be the next national hotspot. In Dane County, 1 in 3 people who test positive for COVID-19 say they've attended a gathering because of these numbers. Parisi wants people to remember why public health put guidelines in place.
Being tired of the pandemic is understandable, but it does not make the virus any less dangerous or any less present. We need to remain vigilant until the virus is under control, and we need our businesses who can function remotely to continue to do so.
Parisi says not following public health guidelines and not having proper support on the federal level is only going to leave us in an even worse position as we look ahead to the fall. We are still waiting on the Columbia County Public Health Department to comment on several positive coronavirus cases linked to sports tournaments in the Dells. The cases stem from people who attended or participated in events at Just a Game Fieldhouse this summer. A coach whose team played in a tournament last month shared emails about the cases with us last week. Those emails were sent from the gym's owner and a nurse with the Sauk County Public Health Department. State data indicates there are 4 active workplace investigations in Columbia County not linked to healthcare facilities. It's unclear if Just the Game is one of those or what the Columbia County Public Health Department is doing regarding the positive cases linked to that facility. News 3 Now has left multiple messages over the last 5 days, but have yet to hear back from Columbia County public health officials. The White House blaming Democrats for the stalled out coronavirus relief package, but says it's still open to negotiations. Without a deal, the president took executive action this weekend, issuing an order to see if measures to halt evictions are needed. He's deferring federal student loan payments and the payroll tax until the end of the year, and he's taking money from FEMA to offer an extra $400 in weekly unemployment benefits, with states chipping in $100. Democrats say the White House turned down an offer to meet halfway.
Amid inaction, President Trump stood up for every American who, through no fault of their own, needed relief.
They said virtually this in the room: no, it's going to be our way or no way. We're not going to meet you in the middle. Why? Why wouldn't they, when the needs are so great?
Well, the White House expecting legal challenges to the executive actions the president signed because the Constitution gives the power of the purse to Congress. A poll out today from the UW's Election Research Center shows Vice President Joe Biden leading the president here in Wisconsin. Amy Reed live to show us where the former vice president is doing especially well. Amy?
The poll showed Biden is picking up voters that didn't vote in 2016 or didn't vote for one of the two major candidates. The poll also shows Biden has picked up undecided voters since February, and the views surrounding Trump's handling of the coronavirus and Black Lives Matter protests are tied to that vote choice. In this poll, this may have hit Trump where he typically gets a lot of support among white voters, and that could hurt him in November if that trend continues.
And he did that 4 years ago in Wisconsin, winning by about 9 percentage points among whites. But this year, right now, it looks pretty competitive among white voters who are the vast majority in Wisconsin. And if that's the situation, then Biden's going to be in a very good position going into the election.
A CBS News poll showed similar results, Biden leading Trump. Now, Burden did want to stress that this poll is a snapshot, not a prediction for the election this fall. And one of the concerns many have had with polls now is that they did not seem to predict the results in 2016. But in that case, we had state polls and national polls that were telling us two different things. Now, Burden points out that this poll and national polls agree Biden is leading Trump.
Amy Reed reporting live tonight. Amy, thank you. Wisconsin elections officials say voters have requested more than 900,000 absentee ballots for tomorrow's primary. That's more than 7 times what they requested in the last August primary. That was in 2018. The Wisconsin Elections Commission data that shows voters have requested 903,760 ballots. More than 500,000 of those have been returned. Voters requested more than 123,000 ballots in the 2018 primary and returned a little over 106,000. The 2020 numbers are another sign of the pandemic's impact as voters try to avoid infection at the polls. Tomorrow is partisan election day here in Wisconsin. The Madison clerk's office reminding voters that many polling locations have changed. So to find your polling location, you're going to head to cityofmadison.com/where-do-I-vote. In this election, you can only vote for one political party. Voting for multiple parties will invalidate your ballot, and curbside voting is available at most locations. We should soon find out who will complete the 2020 Democratic presidential campaign ticket. Presumptive nominee Joe Biden expected to announce his running mate this week. Biden previously said he would choose a female. Among the women rumored to be top contenders include Congresswoman of California Karen Bass, former UN Ambassador Susan Rice, and California Senator Kamala Harris. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, an investigation underway in Baltimore following a house explosion there. We'll tell you what we know. That's ahead at 5. And coming up tonight at 6, a story about a school bench that commemorates a longtime crossing guard who made a big impact. That story next hour. And a strong surge for the Dow to start the week on Wall Street, up 358 points. The Nasdaq heading in the other direction, down 43. The S&P added 9. And we'll be right back.
Incredible savings during the big anniversary sale going on now at Slumberland. Deals galore throughout the store, from modern sofas and chairs to gorgeous beds and lots more. Top it off with totally free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through August 16th, Rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $75 spent in store, redeemable just like cash, August 20th to the 30th. Start earning today with great deals like $10 off Blue Buffalo dog food. Shell Rotella diesel oil is just $26.99, and large bags of Farm and Fleet black oil sunflower seed, $19.99. Not a Rewards member? Sign up today and start earning Blaine's Bucks now to spend later just like cash.
Lately, we've found new ways to support and care for each other. And while every gesture counts, so too does every dollar. That's why American Family Insurance is returning $425 million to our customers. This includes a 10% savings for all current and new auto customers for the rest of the year. We hope this does your world some good and reminds you that supporting your dreams means the world to us. Contact your agent or go to amfam.com to learn about more ways to save.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Dear Summer, How do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Incredible savings on Sealy mattresses during our big anniversary sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99. Plus free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland.
Tonight at 6, a story about a school bench that commemorates a longtime crossing guard who made a big impact. And we'll have live reports on storm damage as severe weather makes its way through south central Wisconsin.
Parents joining forces to help their kids learn and socialize safely.
That's what we're motivated by, is how will this affect in a positive way our kids' mental health.
Could a learning pod make a difference for your kids? On the next News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, some breaking news as President Trump was abruptly escorted by a U.S. Secret Service agent out of the White House briefing room. He returned a short time later and said a shooting outside of the White House caused it to be put on lockdown. He says the shots were fired by law enforcement. He believes the individual who was shot was armed. Next at 5, cleanup underway in Chicago after hundreds of people looted stores and clashed with police overnight there. People smashed windows and stole from stores along Chicago's Magnificent Mile and other parts of the city's downtown. Not clear what led to the unrest, but anti-police graffiti was seen in the area. And earlier in the day, dozens faced off with police after officers shot and wounded a person in the Englewood neighborhood.
This was not an organized protest. Rather, this was an incident of pure criminality. This was an act of violence against our police officers and against our city. As of now, Chicago police have made more than 100 arrests for looting, disorderly conduct, battery against police, among other charges. A total of 13 officers have been injured.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot said they've activated a neighborhood protection plan with city agencies where resources will be deployed throughout the city to protect neighborhoods. An investigation underway after an explosion ripped through a northwest Baltimore neighborhood. One person is dead, at least 6 others are injured after what fire officials described as a major explosion in Baltimore. This was this morning. Firefighters and rescue crews responded to the explosion shortly before 10 a.m. They say at least 5 people were trapped when they arrived. Fire investigators say gas leak likely was the cause here. Dean Jones rushed to the scene moments after that explosion.
I was just like, let's just see if there's anybody in here. And we started calling out, is anybody in there? Is anybody in there? And I could hear like a voice like, help, help. So we just started digging in, moving bricks. I mean, everything, all kinds of debris, like parts of a fence. Like, we wasn't even thinking. Like, it's just, you know, you can hear gas like shh in the background. It was crazy.
Well, ATF special agents are also assisting firefighters and police with the investigation. The Red Cross has been mobilized to help find meals and temporary shelter for those displaced by this explosion. Lebanon's prime minister has announced the mass resignation of his government as protests grip Beirut. Over the weekend, protesters took to the streets there, demanding accountability for Tuesday's deadly explosion last week. The pressure was strong enough to push out the entire cabinet, and the prime minister announced the mass resignations Monday night, Beirut time. He said the explosion was a result of widespread corruption, but Lebanon's president standing firm and ruling out an international investigation. All right, well, that's stormy weather moving through. Let's get the latest from meteorologist Dana Fulton.
We had a bit of an active afternoon, and we do still have rain in the area. Right now, those showers along the eastern edge of the state. We still have a little light rain, it looks like, in the corner of Rock in Dane County, but slowly starting to dry up for areas to the west. South of us, a strong thunderstorm still passing through. We have severe thunderstorm warning stretching up through Indiana, starting to get up into the edge of Michigan. As we look at our storm reports, though, you can see this event passing through Iowa, through Illinois, starting to get into Indiana right now and the southern edge of Wisconsin, a very large-scale, widespread wind event. And this actually has a very specific name. You may have already seen this bouncing around a little bit on social media. Derechos are very widespread, long-lived windstorms. They're a little rare, actually. We usually see them in the plains or the Midwest every few years. The categorization of this, you have to have at least 100 250-mile long swath, and that passes through Iowa, Illinois, and into Indiana. We're kind of meeting that category right now. Also seeing gusts of at least 58 miles per hour, and we've had reports of gusts, especially in Iowa, from anywhere from 90 to 100 miles per hour. Straight line wind damage has been the main concern of the day, and this forming in a very hot and moist, unstable environment. It certainly has been very humid outside and very warm, so all those ingredients mixing together this afternoon to cause our straight line winds to come through, not just again in southern Wisconsin, but stretching through most of Illinois, Iowa, and Indiana, all included in that. So this likely will be categorized as a derecho after the event as we look at all of the damage reports that come through the rest of the day. Here's a live look with our WISC TV Skycam. It seems like things still just a little rainy around the camera. Camera's covered with water right now. That was what we were seeing from our Platteville camera earlier too. These showers moving along the edge of a cold front. We've seen the stronger thunderstorms just starting to get into the edge of southern Wisconsin today, but most of the heavier rainfall did stay to the south. Behind this front, high pressure is going to quickly build in and keep things much more quiet for the next few days. We aren't looking at rain chances developing again for a little bit of time, so it's good news to kind of dry things out. Overnight, our skies will become partly cloudy, temperatures dropping through the 60s. We're looking at a mostly sunny sky for tomorrow. Very pleasant afternoon with high temperatures in the low 80s. For Wednesday, partly sunny skies, but another fairly quiet summery day. High temperatures will be in the mid 80s. A quick look at those heat index readings for tomorrow. Thankfully, not much of a factor. It'll feel like we're pretty close to our actual temperatures. So because of that, it's warm outside, but certainly less humid. 82 the high for your Tuesday. Again, partly sunny skies for Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures will get back to the mid 80s by Friday with a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the day on Friday. Will be humid for the weekend with chances for showers and thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday. And then next week, temperatures will be in the upper 70s for afternoon highs. As we look at traffic right now, much of the area seems to be going along fairly smoothly, but if you do have to get out on the roads, please keep in mind that some areas do have water on the roads, and we've had plenty of reports of trees down, branches down, power lines down. So just be aware of what's in front of you. Don't try to drive over anything that is in the roadway, and if there's any water on the roads, you certainly don't want to try to drive through that. Downtown Madison, a few stop and go spots, but overall, not seeing any major delays right now for downtown. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dina, thank you. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, the CDC has discovered a new active ingredient to be used in insect repellents. We'll tell you what it is. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy-efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
When a student falls behind, a good teacher helps them catch up. A bad president would tie their hands, like Joe Biden would. Even with hundreds of public schools closed indefinitely, Biden opposes emergency parental choice grants, preventing parents from choosing options like private tutoring or charter schools if their public school is closed. A lost year is unacceptable, but 4 under Biden, that's a lost generation. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Let's summer. Let's dine out by truly dining out. Let's serve up the freshest of food with a side of fresh air. And save a little money without sacrificing the savory. Let's raise our tongues to tasty by introducing our grills to new thrills. And make mouths water more than a backyard slip and slide. Let's live a little more by having another s'more. Because summer is here, and no one does summer savings like Festival Foods.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Right now, you'll get everything from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana with blowout savings, like a Maytag washer for $3.99 and a Maytag dryer for just $3.99. And you'll always get more from the More store, like our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction on everything. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection. Shop across the Ford lineup, America's best-selling brand. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Now choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Fusion with 0% financing for 66 months plus $3,000 bonus cash when you finance through Ford Credit.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back. More stores are adding pay over time options for online orders. And while paying a small amount every month sounds nice, there are some things to consider. Most of the time that option comes from a third-party financing company. That could impact your credit score since you're essentially borrowing money. Interest rates for that type of payment plan could be as high as 30%, depending on your credit history. The BBB finds this offer is typically appealing to students and other young adults.
People who don't have a lot of money to begin with, they may or may not have credit cards, and they could be financing high-ticket items to go back to school, household goods, TVs, furniture, mattresses, the list goes on.
And the Better Business Bureau wants people to research the financing company before they agree to any installment plans. Amazon, Goodyear, Home Depot, and Target, just a few of the companies that are now using them. Tick and mosquito-borne illnesses have been rising in recent years across the country. And now the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has discovered and developed a new active ingredient to be used in insect repellents and insecticides. Nootkatone is a naturally occurring substance found in cedar trees and grapefruit skin. It's responsible for the smell and taste of grapefruit, and it's currently used to make fragrances. Research shows it may protect from bites as well as products that are currently available.
We're moving all of our events outside, and people are being more active outdoors as well. They're going to have more mosquito exposure. They're going to have more tick exposure. And so there's a lot of things that we need to prepare people and help to protect them as well.
Doctors say to prevent bites, choose an EPA-registered insect repellent with one of these active ingredients that was shown on your screen a moment ago. Also, wear long-sleeve shirts, long pants, and don't spray repellent under your clothing. Final check, your First Warn forecast, just a moment. Stay with us.
It's time to breathe easier with a professional air duct deep cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We remove the dirt hidden deep inside your ducts, helping you get back to a cleaner and healthier home. Call 1-800-STEAMER today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner. Kindness makes a world of difference at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Save at least $300 on stressless recliners and office chairs. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. There's never been a better time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort of stressless seating. Be kind and save generously at the Century House.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Protect your roof against algae stains with Pinnacle Pristine Architectural Shingles from Atlas, $21.59 per bundle after 11% off. Add a distinctive finishing touch to your home's exterior with Novik Dry Stack Stone Polymer Panel. They're wind resistant up to 160 miles per hour. $4.98 per square foot after 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Ready to step into summer? Like really soak it all in. Set your sights on a breathtaking view. Explore a fresh coast right outside your door. Be awed by the awe-inspiring. Or savor a meal in the very place it was grown. Well, isn't it time you experienced the wonders of Wisconsin?
This is our moment to build a new American economy for our families and for our communities. When we spend taxpayers' money, we should use it to buy American products and support American jobs. It's time to help small businesses. We'll purchase clean energy technologies to fight climate change and enhance national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be. We have a great opportunity to build back and build back better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
And Dana's back. One final check of the forecast.
The good news, our severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled for southern Wisconsin. So now we're just waiting for the rain to completely move out of the state. Tomorrow will be a dry day, a great day if you have any sort of cleanup. Some branches coming down over the last 6 hours or so. Temperatures will be in the low 80s tomorrow, low 80s again on Wednesday with partly sunny skies for Wednesday and Thursday. Friday will be the warm day in the mid 80s, a little humid outside with a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the day and at night. A better chance for showers and thunderstorms on Saturday and Sunday, and it does look like next week we'll start to get a little cooler, a little closer to average with high temperatures in the upper 70s, close to 80.
All right, Dana, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.